Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. Thank you guys for joining me for part 2 of my Christmas decorating. In today's video, I'm sharing how I decorated my dining room and my kitchen. If you guys missed part 1, which was decorating my living room, which you guys are getting a glimpse of back here, I would highly recommend that you guys go check it out. It will be linked down below in the description box. That way you guys can just see how it all came together. I am beyond excited to get into it. So as always, don't forget to give this video a thumbs up, and please don't forget to subscribe if you are new. It truly would mean so much to me. But yes, without further ado, let's go ahead and get started. Okay, I am getting started in my little prayer corner. This is a new addition to my home this year, and I felt it was the perfect little corner in my home to set up my nativity, just as a beautiful reminder of what Christmas truly is about, which is, of course, the birth of Jesus and the love and hope he brought into our world. You guys will notice that I also set up 4 candles in just a bit, and this is basically my way of setting up our advent crown this year. Again, it is 4 candles, one we will light each week leading up to Christmas, and of course I'm also adding a few other decorative touches such as that beautiful Studio McGee vase, and to pull in some of that beautiful red wine color I use throughout my living room, I am putting this stem from the Hearth and Hand line inside of the vase, and then the little container next to it just has some stuff that I like to keep in this corner, such as my rosary and such. But here are the little candles I was talking about. I just used 2 of my candlestick holders. These are several years old, but I believe they were the Studio McGee line quite a few years ago. And then just setting up my candles. I am setting up our nativity, and just for the purpose of this video, I am putting baby Jesus in his manger, but my tradition in my family is he actually doesn't get brought out until Christmas Day, and he is put out by the youngest of the family. So I just felt like it was important to mention that. I think that's something as a mom that's really important to me, is that my son grows up knowing the true meaning behind all the lights, the decor, and the Christmas excitement. I just feel like it's important for him and for us to remember that Christmas began in a humble manger, and it's really about the gift of love and faith that we carry with us all year long. So I felt like this corner of my home was absolutely perfect for that, and I'm just finishing off by tying a bow on the picture, and that is it for this little corner. Now moving on to the window that separates my dining room and my kitchen. I knew this was the perfect spot for my new My Texas Home Christmas tree I got this year. And when I spotted that vintage inspired stool at TJ Maxx, I immediately knew what I wanted it for. So here I am just setting up this beautiful little tree. After the fact, I thought that little hanging crystals would look so gorgeous on this tree, so that is something I might do a little bit later on, but I actually just thought about it. So anyways, moving on to the wall right next to it, this is in my dining room. I did have 2 fall inspired pictures hung up here, and I really love the coziness that it added to my dining room. So when I saw these Christmas ones at Hobby Lobby, I knew exactly what I wanted them for. So here I am just hanging them. And then again, moving to my plate rack, I'm using a lot of the normal stuff I use, including all of my cutting boards, some candles and such, but of course we will be adding a few Christmas touches in just a bit. This vintage eBay purchase again is one of my favorite. It is just this cute little Christmas teddy bear plate. I felt like it was the perfect addition for my plate rack, and again it just adds that old world Christmas touch I was really looking for this year. I'm also just hanging a little green plaid Christmas towel, and then of course I'm just accessorizing with this cute little candle snuffer. I had this out for fall as well. As you guys will see in just a bit, I also added some boughs to the wooden cutting board. I feel like this is a perfect way to add a touch of Christmas without going overboard, and it just looks so perfect paired with that plate and just all the other little accessories I have going on. Another quick way to add a touch of Christmas to your existing decor is to just add a wreath or add a bow. In this case, I'm doing both. I'm adding these cute little wreaths. I believe these are actual like candle wreaths. I'm not sure, but I got them at the candle section at Hobby Lobby. And then I'm just adding them to my cutting board with a sweet little red velvet ribbon. I made a cute little bow, and I felt like this was the perfect touch of Christmas. I love that the little wreath has like crystals in it. It has some red berries, and it's the perfect way to include some red over in this corner of my kitchen. I did the same thing up at top on one of the cutting boards I placed up here, and again I feel like it's a perfect way to add a little bit of Christmas and tie in some of that red. Moving on to my dining room table, I knew I had the perfect piece for this. I started off by laying a table runner I got last year from the Hearth and Hand line, and then I layered a wooden tray, and you guys, you cannot tell me these florals are not perfect. I absolutely love them. I think they are one of the best purchases I made this year. I got them from Etsy. I don't believe they are stocked anymore, but if they are, I will link them down below. They are just the absolute most perfect statement. I'm also excited to maybe use them in my fall decor next year, but overall I know they are a staple Christmas stem for me. I might be purchasing more for upcoming years, but I love them. Anyways, again, just accessorizing with a candlestick holder, some candlesticks, some matches, and a candle snuffer. Okay, and now we move on to decorating my kitchen. And now that the dining room is complete, and I will not lie to you guys, I struggled the most decorating my kitchen because I wanted to combine that old world Christmas theme I had going on in my living room and in my dining room. But also I just have so many cute like Christmas whimsical ceramic pieces for my kitchen that I wanted to make work so bad. So it was just quite interesting trying to figure out the vignettes I wanted to do while still incorporating those pieces, such as this beautiful Santa Claus picture. I got this from Hobby Lobby a couple years ago. I love it. These type of pieces just bring me so much joy and happiness. So I knew I wanted to use them, but also I wanted to create some interesting vignettes with other pieces that again incorporate just more of that mature, elegant style I'm trying to achieve. Nonetheless, this is what I came up with for the side of my stove. The little tree is from Target, as well as the bell. It's actually a candle, and I just tied a cute little ribbon on it. And the match cloche is also from Target, from their Threshold Christmas collection. It was only $10, which I have been collecting these, so I felt like that was such a good price, and they're such good little decorating accessories. For this corner, I basically kept a little bit of the setup I had for fall, but I did add my Santa Claus wax warmer. I wrapped some cinnamon sticks with that velvet ribbon, and then this cute little bell is actually from Tractor Supply, and I just finished this vignette with a little candlestick holder and a candle. And then moving on to this side, I brought out my gingerbread man cookie holder, but this is actually my egg holder because I needed a place for my chicken's eggs, so that is where they're going. And then I just added these cute little trays. Is that what they're called? You guys know what I mean. But now let's go ahead and move on to decorating my coffee corner. This pack shelf, I always get questions where I got it. And you guys, my husband actually took this off of one of his customers' homes. They let him keep it, and he just refinished it for me and painted it, fixed it up, and so on. And when he remodeled our kitchen, he just placed it here. But I am starting by decorating it with a bell garland. I love this bell garland, and I have used it on my peg shelf every year since I got it. Of course, adding some kitchen towels and some measuring spoons, and then I will also be adding this bell. I got this bell several years ago from Cracker Barrel, but I love how it has the little gold star hanging. And then I am adding my little reindeer mugs. I can't remember where I got these from. I want to say Big Lots, but I could be wrong. But anyways, I love them. Again, I love these type of like kitchen mugs and decor. They just bring so much happiness. But now, moving on, I'm just bringing back out my canisters. I always get questions on these as well. These were from Kirkland's, but unfortunately, I have not seen them available online anymore. But I'm not sure if they are available in store because I don't have a Kirkland's near to me anymore. And then again, just finishing off with some final Christmas touches, such as those little espresso Santa mugs. This handmade mug I got several years at a Christmas market. And now let's move on to the top of the shelf. This year I adventured myself a little bit outside of my comfort zone when it comes to decorating this shelf, and I actually thought that these set of picture frames I got from Marshall's would be great to create a little gallery wall for this area of my kitchen. So that is what I'm doing before setting out a few other decor pieces. If you have been following me for a while, you already know that I do not decorate symmetrically, as in using the same items on either side of a shelf. I do try to decorate symmetrically by incorporating similar colors, textures, or metals. So that is what you guys will notice. I'm just using different decor pieces to achieve that balance on this shelf. And you guys will notice that I try to add different wood elements on both sides. I added those wood spoons inside of the Santa mug. These cute little reindeers are salt and pepper shakers. Now on this other side, since the other corner had a black candlestick holder, I did pull out this little black vase and I added a Christmas tree I tore out of its existing little planter it came in. And then I'm using some just kitchen towels as like a tray or just to add height to this little wooden house. And yeah, you guys can just kind of see what I'm doing. Again, these are cute little salt and pepper shakers, Santa and Mrs. Claus, and I love them. I think that I really love the way this turned out this year. I didn't know exactly what I was going to end up doing on this shelf, but overall I'm really happy with the way it turned out. And then I just made this little swag for the light that goes on top, and that is it for my little coffee bar station. And lastly, for the last few Christmas touches in my kitchen, I did add this wreath over my, is it stove hood? Range hood? I think that's what it's called. And then over on this corner, I just added that little kitchen towel to the rod I have on my fridge. And then I changed the picture on my calendar to a Christmassy one. And that is it for my kitchen. Alrighty everyone, well that is everything for today's video. I hope it brought you some Christmas decorating inspiration. Again, if you have missed part 1, I will have it linked down below in the description box. I highly encourage you guys to go check it out. I am beyond happy with the way my home turned out. I honestly love the old world Christmas theme, and it's not really that I tried to go for that. It just so happened that the stuff that sparked my joy and my happiness fit that theme. So this is your reminder to simply do what brings you joy, what brings you happiness, what sparks joy in your family, whether it fits a theme or it doesn't fit a theme, whether you buy new decor or you don't buy decor. Do what makes you happy. At the end of the day,
That's all that matters. The reason for the season is family, is love, is spending those moments and memories together. So forget a Christmas theme, forget nice Christmas decor. Like, it's always nice, I admit it. It's nice to make your home beautiful, but again, just don't forget why we're celebrating Christmas. So as always, if this video brought you some inspiration, if it brought you some joy, some happiness, please don't forget to give me a thumbs up. If you are new and you enjoyed this video, please subscribe. It really truly would mean the world to me, and let me know what other Christmas themed videos you guys would like to see. At the moment that you guys are watching this, I am currently in Italy, which is gonna be so exciting. So I'm excited to hopefully share some of that with you guys, but also maybe some more Christmas decorating in my bedroom, in our playroom, and so on. Definitely let me know. As always, I hope you guys have an amazing rest of your day, and I will see you in my next one. Bye.